Nice return, sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares. For his 2nd start in the NFL.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Dixon forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Touchdown! DeAndre Swift, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Snowhawks get the upper hand as they're on the board 1st here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now 1st quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. To throw, Mills. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Back to throw. Dixon. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Again, it's Pierce. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's another carry for Harris. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. A first down throw for Mills. He completes it to Julio Jones. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Julio Jones, 57 yards. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Portland's offense now about set to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say there's never...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there. 43 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked, and there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dixon being chased out left. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Dameon Pierce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Snowhawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Mills' throw complete to Freiermuth. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down carry for Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Mills now. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down, Mills. He fights him up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It's Ross Blacklock who earns the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And got his man complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw is Mills. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mills. He finds Pickens over the middle. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Dixon. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dameon Pierce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Snowhawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Mills throw here into the hands of Jones. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mills. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Mills to throw it. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Single receiver. Hey, you're
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Dixon. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. A final shot before break. Dixon. And oh, what a catch. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan, 3 touchdown passes as his guys move to 2-0 on the young season. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Off the play fake, Dixon. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Pierce. Touchdown. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. On play action, Mills. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try again, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Snowhawks continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They run again with Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Dixon. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dixon. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Dixon. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2. In order to try.
Lovie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. They'll run for it with Pierce. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Snowhawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Mills to the air again. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Mills throw taken in here by Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Working out of the gun, Mills. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
This ball caught by Mechie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Back to throw. Dixon flushed out right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Devin White picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on third down. Mills on the slant. He'll get it to Jones. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw. Mills. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To try again after the sack. Mills. That's going to be caught by Pickens. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on.
Back to throw. Mills. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Operating from the gun, Dixon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to